Hey, welcome to the first week of October. Just a reminder, I will be posting more videos, anime reviews based on spooky Halloweeny themes, and of course I will be posting these reviews, and I'm hopefully going to post an AMV, so keep an eye out for that, and please enjoy the month of Spooktober, the best month of the year, or it would be if it wasn't for COVID. But yeah, hope you all have something spooky planned to do indoors or outdoors with hopefully a mask. All right, let's begin. So the episode starts off right at the bat with some horsemen of John attacking, and also some jokes about a vacation they're not really going on, but mostly this attack. Okay, you make some quick work of them and does this cool move where he jumps off the top of the car. It's pretty awesome. But then Mitsuba and Shinoa say, let's leave him in the dust. Like, dude, you guys are on your way to prepare for a war, basically. And you're leaving your best comrade behind as a joke. Like, I'm with you in this picture here. Meanwhile, in another area, Gurren is having his team scope out the area they're in for vampires when his illusionist guy with the pipe comes out with what I can only assume to be basically softcore porn magazine. And that's a funny scene. Shinya shows up in a red sports car that he found in Highwired, and he pops out with a frickin' toast in his mouth like a little angel. He has come searching for them to offer them his help because he's like, I think my brother just sent you to die. But don't worry, I'm here for you. Oh, it's so adorable. He is so adorable. I love him so much. Just love. They did obviously eventually come back for Yu, and Yu is not happy. Once they arrive at the meeting where Gurren is giving his speech, they try to sneak in the back of the crowd to avoid being noticed that they were late, but it does not work out. Gurren notices and very quickly chews them out, as he should. Yu takes the blame, even though it is not his fault. It's really Shinoa's. After that exchange, Gurren gives a very moving speech about how they're all brothers and sisters, and they're basically not going there to live, that they could die, and probably will, but, they gotta do what they do for family. And the crowd's just like, yeah, eating up all his words. Yeah, and he's good at speeches. You can't blame the crowd. After the speech, Shinoa tries to apologize to Yu, and Yu's like, it's fine. He leaves the group of friends to go talk to Gurren, and he sees Shinya and that cute girl that I can never remember her name at all. And yeah, he's like thinking he's going to be, basically chewed out, but he's very surprised to see Shinya. He points at him. He's like, oh my God, you're that guy from that one time at that one place, at that one event, which is very vague. And Shinya's like, oh, how very astute of you. You're right. I am that one guy at that one place, at that one time, in that one building, in that one date. It's hilarious. Well, then he ends up being surprised because he's not being chewed out. And Gurren's like, it's not your fault, though, is it? Because Gurren knew, hey, I know exactly whose fault it is. He then has his pervy illusionist blow some magic smoke into the air. And after he does that, Yu's friends outside the building hear Yu scream. And inside, they see Yu dangling over fire by rope, screaming and freaking out. Shinoa tries to go save him, only to find out it is in fact an illusion. We also find out this is Shinoa's punishment because he knows that it's her fault. There's a lot of things that are her fault and she doesn't get punished, so it's a good thing she's finally getting punished. Unfortunately, her team gets pulled in the punishment, and Gurren informs them that they're going to have to fight. Although it wasn't a serious fight and nobody was really going for the kill, there was unfortunately a big casualty in this mock fight. And the only one who was really punished was that beautiful red sports car. Rest in peace. Several groups do observe and comment on it, including this group here. So, yeah. Gurren's team pretty much just wipes the floor, especially the teamwork between Shinya and Gurren. They seem to be able to work off each other very, very well. And I always like to see Shinya attack with his gun tiger bullets. I don't know, I just think they're cool. Anyway, so some of the groups are pretty displeased with what they had witnessed. This guy in particular voices his displeasure of having Yu's group there. He doesn't think that it's a good idea and that they are a hazard. Unfortunately for him, because he spoke up, he and his team have to pay the price. They are now in charge of Yu's group and will be training them and looking after them and make sure they get into tip-top shape. The episode ends with Mika snapping and starting to attack a little girl who is being shipped off with a group of kids to some nobles. Fortunately, he does stop himself from actually taking a bite. But yeah, I'd say any day now for him to just murder a human. And that was episode 16. We're almost finished with this series. Hopefully, I will have it finished by the end of this October. It would be nice to wrap up October with the end of this series so I can move on to other series for sure. And, move on to hopefully lighter things. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what I end up doing.